What's going on, guys? Merijn here and welcome to today's video. Now today I'm going to do a full day of eating, show you guys a typical day in my diet, current meals that I'm eating on a daily basis in order to lose fat and to get shredded. So first of all, I'm going to show you what my current physique looks like. I'm trying to drop about at least 6 more kilos, see what I look like at that body weight. And the goal leanness I'm trying to accomplish with this shred is similar to this type of leanness. So in order to get there, I've made some adjustments to my diet. I'm eating particular foods in order to lose body fat and do that while still enjoying my life, because I enjoy certain foods, but I'm also making smart choices in order to make sure I'm losing fat while making it as enjoyable and sustainable as possible for myself. Now, one of the changes that I've made to my diet, and this is the technique that I like to use pretty much during every single cutting phase for the last 5 to 6 years at least, and this is called intermittent fasting. This is a method in which you fast for the majority of the day and you eat your food in a specific time range, all right? For me, this is a fast of 16 hours a day, and then I eat my food within 8 hours, okay? So when I wake up, I only drink a bunch of water, which is very important when doing intermittent fasting, because this hungry feeling that you feel in the morning mainly has to do with dehydration, because when you're sleeping, you're not getting in any water, right? So when you wake up, you want to make sure to hydrate. So I drink at least 1 liter of water within an hour of waking, and I drink a bunch of water, throughout the day as well. In total, I get to about 3.5 to 4 liters a day. Now, you don't have to drink this much water a day, but I surely recommend that if you're trying to get into this fitness lifestyle, and surely if you're trying to lose body fat, as a male, drink at least 3 liters of water a day, and as a female, drink at least 2 liters of water a day, right? So an easy way to hit your daily water intake is to always carry a water bottle with you, right? If you go to school, if you go to work, etc. But also just make it a habit to drink directly after waking up. You can set a goal, for example, half a liter within, half an hour of waking. Try to make a habit and you do it every single day. That makes it a lot easier for you to hit your daily water intake. So whether you do intermittent fasting or not, water intake is important. But surely if you're fasting, do it on the beginning of the day when you are fasting. It really helps with suppressing that hunger, right? Now, next to water, I also like to have black coffee in the morning and during my fast, throughout the whole fast basically, because I drink a little bit too much of it, but it really helps with suppressing appetite, but also with an extra boost in focus. Important note here is to not drink coffee with milk and sugar in it, etc., or a cappuccino or a frappuccino or whatever variation you want to have. Don't do it. You gotta go for the black coffee, the Americano, because those do not contain calories. Because once you start drinking calories, it'll take you out of your fasted state, and that is exactly the state we want to be in during that 16-hour fast. So if you do drink coffee with something in it, it's very counterproductive, and then you should just quit intermittent fasting and just have breakfast instead. So I drink my black coffee in the morning while being shirtless to give me an extra boost of motivation, staring out of the window, thinking about life, while deep inside I just feel like I want to go back to sleep. And that's the way that I like to start the day. And so I will have my first meal around noon, but this differs a little bit. It's not like it has to be exactly on the clock. So usually around 12, sometimes at 1, sometimes at 11 if I'm hungry. It really depends on the day. For my first meal, I'm having some bread. I freaking love bread. Bread is the absolute shit. I'm a Dutch man, so we love bread and cheese. Now, if I get deeper into my cutting phase, I'll definitely cut out the bread. So it is nice to have for now, but in a couple of weeks, I'm gonna skip out the bread if I wanna get even more shredded. So it's a strategic way to have myself eat enjoyable foods. And then throughout the next coming weeks, I'll cut out some foods here and there very slowly so that I'm not really having the feeling that I'm dieting that much, So first, gonna boil 2 eggs. Now, some days I like to fry the eggs. Sometimes I like to boil the eggs. It kind of depends on the day. You want to keep things interesting. That's just one way of easily doing that. Just switching things up a little bit, right? So, gonna cut open 2 pieces of bread. This is fresh bread. It's really nice, and it's a whole wheat bread to get extra fiber in. Gonna have 1.5 slices of this lower fat cheese. This is a 30+ cheese. I like this one. It's much higher in protein than it is in fats. From the ham, this York ham, I like to cut off the fat because I think it's unnecessary. I want to get as much protein in as I can and not necessarily the fat from the ham. Instead, we're gonna have the fat from different sources such as olive oil, the egg yolk, and other ingredients that we're gonna use today. So yeah, put the ham and cheese on the bread, put the egg on there, obviously cut it open. Then adding some lettuce. You could also add some tomato if you like. I'm having tomato on a different meal. I'm not the biggest fan of tomato, so I like to keep it on one meal. But if you like it, put anything on it that you guys want, okay? Can never have enough vegetables. And then I let this meal digest for about 1.5 hours before hitting the gym, all right? You definitely need that time because it is a very big meal, but it's the first meal. Didn't eat in quite a while now because of the intermittent fast. So I want to get a big meal in, get that hunger away, get the carbs in to get that energy for this workout. So the workout of today is going to be a pull workout. So main exercise of today is the barbell row. Then we're moving on to some pull downs, some dumbbell rows. We did some traps, which I didn't film, and then we're finishing off with some biceps. Outfit I'm wearing during this workout is from Alphalete. They're launching a new collection this weekend. It's going to be absolutely sick. So that's going to be on Saturday. Make sure to be on time because they always sell out very fast, okay? So be there, link is in the description box of this video, plus the time when they launch. So after my workout, I'm gonna have my post-workout meal, which is about 3 in the afternoon, so this is gonna be meal number 2. For meal number 2, I'm gonna slice up some chicken. This is 300 grams of chicken. We got some different veggies we're gonna use: tomato, bell pepper, and cucumbers. These are mini cucumbers. They look kind of funny, but they're nice because it's faster to cut them. Gonna add some olive oil to a pan. Gonna put some spices on the chicken, so I like to use pepper, salt, and onion powder. Can also add some real onion obviously if you like, and then gonna cut all the vegetables. And after the chicken has cooked for a bit, we're gonna add the bell peppers as well. In the meantime, I'm gonna slice the cucumbers. I'm adding the tomato when the chicken and the bell peppers are pretty much almost done, for just 1 minute left. And then the cucumber, gonna add it cold. So we got some cucumber, lettuce, and guacamole that we're gonna add to this tortilla wrap. And this is a whole wheat wrap as well. Can also use a normal wrap, just like the bread. You don't necessarily have to go for whole wheat bread or whole wheat wrap, but I do suggest that on the day, if you decide to go for and bread and a wrap, at least make sure one of them is whole wheat, so that you hit your fiber intake for the day, and it also keeps you more full. But if you really dislike the taste, you can get your fiber from different sources. So gonna add some guacamole, gonna add some taco sauce. I like the combination of these two, absolutely amazing. And then we're gonna add all the ingredients that we just made and then top it off with the cucumber and the lettuce. Fold it together, repeat this process 3 times, and then we get some beautiful wraps. And you can also take these wraps with you. You don't have to eat them while they're warm. I like it, but you can also eat them cold, and then you can just put them, in some aluminum foil or Tupperware or whatever, and bring them with you to school, to work, wherever you want to go. So for dinner, we're gonna have 600 grams of potatoes at 300 grams each for a decent amount of carbs. We put this in the air fryer, but if you don't have an air fryer, don't worry, you can also just fry these in a pan. I use it all the time. Since we have an air fryer, I like to use it a lot. It's just very simple and super quick. And then we're gonna have some steak with this. You're gonna put some salt and pepper on it. And in the meantime, we're cooking some mixed vegetables. So we got broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots. So that's the meal, it's plain and simple. And then I like to add some mayonnaise, and this is one with 0 sugar. It's not as good as a real mayonnaise, of course, but I can't complain. I'm trying to lose fat, and this is still a pretty enjoyable way to do it, man. I don't think real mayonnaise is worth the calories. Now after this, I have plenty of calories left, right? Now, also have some snacks. Sometimes I save these for the evening. Sometimes I have them during the day. It kind of depends, but usually I like to save them for in the evenings, when laying on the couch. I like to have, some rice cakes with peanut butter. And then for meal number 4, this is the bedtime snack. This is not a massive meal. This is one to really keep me full and keep me full during the night as well, so that I don't wake up with hunger. And this one does the job really well. It's a low-fat quark. It's very high in protein. I really love eating this before bedtime. I've been doing this for many years, and it's just become a habit of mine, and this really helps with getting the protein intake in. For a lot of you guys as well, it's a great tip because it's very delicious if you make it the right way. So you have certain ones with different flavors, but they usually contain a lot of sugar. So I often go for the natural variation, but then I have some flavor drops for my protein. Sort of banana flavor. If you put them in a natural quark, it just tastes like a banana dessert. It's really nice. And then I put some fruit in there as well. So this is usually blueberries and raspberries, and sometimes strawberries as well. And I usually have this around 9 in the evening. So that means, some days I'm fasting 16 hours, but some days 15 hours. It's not always super strict, but it's around that time frame, right? My diet will change over the next coming weeks, and I'm also not eating the same thing every day, but I thought I would give you guys an insight in an example day in my life. So these meals change up, but it's usually sort of around the same, and at least the same macronutrient and caloric number. So I'll put those on the screen. These will also drop in the next coming weeks as I will get leaner. So make sure to subscribe to my channel to see all the progress and to see more full days of eating and see me take you through everything that I do in terms of training, in terms of diet, and what goes on in my life during my week vlogs. Now, we really appreciate it if you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, because it really keeps me motivated. Make sure to comment down below, let me know your thoughts, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.